And Elizabeth is also a travel agent?
She is, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's how we met.
Okay. Same agency?
Yeah, same agency.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Oh,
Agencies
shout out
don't
to Wishful
intermingle.
Wanderings. There you go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They wear their colors when they're out there, man.
What's that you with, West Side?
Yeah.
That Wishful Wanderings walk.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's the trip walk.
You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast, and I hope you're liking it as much as I am. I'm just rolling on the ground with laughter. This is so much fun. Are you enjoying it like I am? That's good. That's good. Anyway, here's looking at you. Here's treats. Don't punch that button. I'm not through talking.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast. They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic busts and not artistic cream puffs. This is the show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. For this show, Rachel discusses her recent Walt Disney World adults only vacation. And look, this isn't your typical polish, practice, pixie dust, and Disney podcast. No way. We are not in the Polynesian Village Resort in Walt Disney World, letting you know that you can now get an exclusive Trader Sam's Holiday Rum Barrel.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and trip with Rachel.
Going tripping.
Yes.
And that's right. These listeners, y'all got the easy part.
Yeah.
All you guys have to do is listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm dating.
I'm Eli.
And I'm Rachel.
And look, the easiest way to support us is to book a vacation with Rachel, and a little piece of that comes back to support us. Also, please leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and or wherever you access our show. And be sure to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. Also, we want to thank our Patreon supporters for all that they do. All right, look, y'all, and just in an effort to meet our listeners where they are, I just created an account for the Magic Our Way podcast on Blue Sky. It's another social media platform that looks like Twitter. It's exactly like Twitter, so I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on, but, you know, whatever else. I know people are migrating to Blue Sky in droves, so we're going over there just to make sure that you know what's going on with the Magic Our Way podcast as well.
Don't we do Blue Sky episode? We like make up stuff.
No,
in the
that's
pod?
totally different. Yeah,
What the
totally.
Are you
Different kind of Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
It's a new, I don't know if it's new, but it's a social media platform that a lot of people are going to if they have decided to leave Twitter/X.
Yeah, it's in response to like whatever Elon or whatever else, but it looks just like Twitter.
Oh, because you know,
Yeah.
political,
Gotcha.
blah, blah.
Okay.
We're on Twitter and X too. So
we're everywhere.
no matter
Yes.
where you get your social media or which way you lean, you can find us there.
We will be there where you are.
You know, you don't even have to go on social media. You can just call us. I mean, there's that too.
That's too.
And look, if there's a platform that we're not on that you want us to be on, hey, let us know. We'll do
Purple
it.
Sky.
We'll get it on.
All right. Well, I did thanks. That's a beautiful announcement, man.
Yeah, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's talk about some adults only vacation stuff.
Ooh.
Welcome to The Hub, the main topic segment of our show. And as I mentioned at the top, we're talking about the rest of Rachel's vacation. I do choose the word rest because we talked about her experience with Jollywood Nights. So make sure you go check out show number 551 to hear all about the experience. Maybe some of you are out in Walt Disney World right now.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to take part in Jollywood Nights, and maybe that'll happen. And so you want to get some tips and pointers, you hear that show, and then you get to hear the rest of Rachel's trip here on this particular podcast and live vicariously through Rachel's experience in Walt Disney World. So I'm going to toss it over to our travel agent. Rachel, tell us about the rest of your trip.
Yeah. So we went on Veterans Day weekend, which is a pretty busy time. It is usually right after the Wine and Dine half marathon. So sometimes those crowds are still around. It's also the weekend that is usually before or after what we call Jersey Week, which is when the state of New Jersey has a school vacation.
I've heard of this Jersey Week.
There's a lot of folks there. Yeah.
It's similar to Mardi Gras week for New Orleanians.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Or Louisianians, actually, where half the state goes to Walt Disney World.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was earlier in the year, but okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Jersey Week.
Yeah. Jersey Week. So anyway, it's typically busy time. I didn't feel like we worried about the crowds too much or that we had too many bad experiences with crowds. It seemed pretty much fine. Although what you'll notice is we did Jollywood, which is a hard ticket event. So the crowd is controlled there. And then we also had lightning lanes for the rides we did the following day. So we had ways around the crowds, I guess is what I was
Okay.
going to say.
All right.
Did you meet
Yeah.
anybody from Jersey?
I didn't meet anybody from Jersey, but there were a lot of Eagles shirts on that Sunday.
Oh.
And usually you would think I would think New Jersey. I usually think like the Jets, but they must have a lot of Eagles fans in Jersey.
I think they gave
Maybe.
up on the Jets.
I was gonna say you don't
Yeah.
want to support the Jets, right?
They're
now.
green. They're both green.
They are green.
No Bruce Springsteen T-shirts, Sopranos.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah,
Jersey
Bon Jo-
Shore.
Anything?
Kevin Smith.
Not that I saw.
I was gonna say no Jay Wild, no
Spray
Snooki.
tans.
The dude with
Snooki,
that crazy hair.
The situation. No
Yeah, the
there were a lot of situations.
He was
there.
always in the situation.
We
It might
did
have been
not see the situation. No,
Oh.
Boy, well, that's a situation.
Well,
That
that
is a
probably made for a
situation.
better vacation.
There you go.
we did. But so anyway, the crowds weren't too bad.
Okay.
Even though it was a high crowd weekend. We got in on Friday night. We flew out right after work. We flew from our small local airport, Manchester, New Hampshire. And so there's like really never any issues getting out of there because it's so small and easy. If we flew direct to Orlando
Nice.
and no problems with the flight. We got the exit row that has 2 seats on Southwest.
Oh, look
and
at
so
you.
we got to just sit the 2 of us, which was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. I got the A group somehow. I got like A60 for my check-in.
Oh, right on the cusp.
Yeah, right on the cut. We just made it. So
How long of a flight is that?
it's about 3 hours,
Okay.
sometimes more like 2.5,
Oh.
Like the flight home is usually shorter.
Yeah, that's how it is
Interesting.
with us.
When we got to Orlando, we rented a car. We've been doing that lately.
What'd you get? I like renting cars.
We didn't get anything special this time. I can't remember what it was.
A Prius.
It was a hatchback. It wasn't a Prius.
Oh, okay.
I remember when I looked at it from the outside of the car, I was like, oh, that looks big. Let's get that one. And then our 6-foot friend got in the back and he was all scrunched. And I was like, oh, that's not as big as I thought.
That's why I got an SUV when I travel with these guys we rented. I got
Yeah.
a big SUV to fit my 6-foot friends.
Yeah, I probably should have. But yeah, so we rented a car from Hertz. It's so easy. You put in your license and your credit card ahead of time and you just go out to the parking garage and pick your car and drive right out of there.
Love it.
Yeah, so it's awesome. I really like renting a car. For us, it's definitely a good value because when you Uber back and forth, I mean, you're probably looking at almost $100 total, for both ways plus tip. Depends on the time of day and the rate and everything. But the rental car is not that much more for a weekend. So we've been enjoying that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I typically like having a car there just so I have freedom of it. I know you
Yeah.
guys usually like to use the transportation and stuff.
I hate
which is
driving.
Fine.
Driving is
Yeah,
one of the most
I get
stressful
that.
things you can do. So to do it on vacation, I like being
Relax.
exactly
Yeah,
motorless.
that's fair.
Yeah.
The downside, the stressful part, to Danny's point, is that in previous trips, I had bought a Sun Pass, the toll
Yes.
transponder.
I have one of those.
And
yeah.
so I would always just toss the Sun Pass in my bag when we leave for Florida and we would use the account. No big deal. Well, I forgot that the last time I went with my agency, we were on a Disney cruise. I had rented a car and I left the Sun Pass in the car by accident.
Oh no!
And I never got it back. I tried to get it back, but they couldn't find it. So I had to deactivate it and all that jazz. So that part's fine. But I forgot that I didn't have the Sun Pass anymore. So we get to Orlando and Josh is like, all right, put up the Sun Pass. And I was like, ooh, I don't have it anymore. I forgot.
You were like, oh, Sun Pass on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't have money for tolls. We did have cash. And so I was like, all right, well, we'll just go through the cash lanes and pay with the cash that we have in our bag. But what I learned was that the cash lanes are not always
Open.
operating.
Yeah.
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 So that's not really an option, folks.
Wow.
So we went through the regular lanes and essentially like didn't pay, but it didn't end up being too bad. So round trip for the tolls without having, any way to pay them, it ended up being $30. And normally it's 10 round trip. So we paid like a $20 penalty for not having the transponder or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that happened to me driving back late night, going through Chicago, coming from Wisconsin, and nothing was open to cash.
Yeah.
So we just got dinged.
That's wild, man. Because I remember when I was younger, like those tolls had like the exact change lane, which was great. Because when I was little, I used to love tossing those quarters into the thing and then letting us through. But
You always
They got rid
throw
of
money
those.
at things.
I do, man. I threw it off the Skyway and I threw it right into the toll.
All right. Just throw
Yeah.
dollars
Love it.
next time. Throw paper right here.
Oh, they don't like
Catch
paper. It doesn't fly as good.
Doesn't fly as good.
No.
Don't get gravity the same
That's
way.
right, exactly.
That's rough.
But that's okay. Oh, so you paid a $20 penalty for
Yeah.
that thing. Some paths, it's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, so no big deal. We got right to Caribbean Beach Resort. I guess I didn't mention this, but my friends were on a flight that got in about a half hour after ours. So when we just picked up the car and then kind of like drove around that circle that the airport makes a few times, and then they were out and we picked them up.
Oh,
I was
that's
gonna
cool.
ask if y'all were on the same flight the way you said y'all were in the same car together.
Yeah,
And,
right. No, they came from Kentucky. So
okay.
Oh, no way.
Different flight.
All right.
yeah.
I thought y'all were going to say you grabbed a drink and then waited for him. I was like, yes.
I would
Yeah,
do that.
no, we didn't. We're about to get there. So we drove to Caribbean Beach. We were a little like hungry, looking for snacks, and so we went to Banana Cabana, which is the pool bar.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you get a Banana Cabana?
I did not. I knew I was like, I'm going to disappoint the guys. I'm not getting a Banana Cabana. I actually didn't get a drink. I don't know why. I just didn't
You weren't
feel
feeling
like
it?
Yeah, it was like really late at night, and I was tired, and I didn't want to like get a drink and then be all like ready to go. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to stay, just have my water.
Even keel.
Oh,
Okay.
look at
Yeah.
you. Okay. Responsible.
Very responsible of you, yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It was responsible. My friend Elizabeth ordered the Banana Cabana though, and she liked it.
Oh, good.
There you go.
All right.
Well, we like Elizabeth.
Yeah, she went
Yeah.
for it.
And Elizabeth is also a travel agent?
She is, yeah.
Okay.
That's how we met.
Okay. Same agency?
Yeah, same agency.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Oh,
Agencies
shout out
don't
to Wishful
intermingle.
Wanderings. There you go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They wear their colors when they're out there, man.
What set you with, West Side?
Yeah.
that Wishful Wanderings walk.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That's the trip walk.
So yeah, so we got some drinks and some late night snacks. If you're wondering what the snacks were,
Yes.
we
Okay.
got Caribbean chips and dip, which was kind of strange actually. So here's how it's written on the menu. It says Caribbean spice chili, pimento cheese, pico de gallo peppers, and crispy tortillas.
Again with a pimento.
What's with the
I know, lots of pimento. I don't know what they think they're serving, but this was Tostitos chips, which is fine, just like your standard
Yeah.
mass-produced tortilla chips.
Reliable chip.
And
Yeah.
it was Walt Disney World chili, you get on like a chili dog, and then like nacho cheese.
Not real nacho cheese, but pimento cheese.
Well, they said it was pimento cheese, but it seemed like nacho cheese to me.
Okay.
Somebody lied.
Very Caribbean.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It's like a chili cheese dog, but without the dog, add the chips.
Add the chips, yeah.
Somebody vegan.
Not
Vegan.
vegan, no.
I was say chili.
Yeah, there was meat chili.
Yeah,
in
there's
there.
meat chili.
I don't trust that. Oh, okay.
No, it's cauliflower.
Yeah. Just when
Eli.
they
It was
start-
It
cauliflower
wasn't
chili.
cauliflower. No
Wasn't
cauliflower.
There's too many twists
Bummer.
with these ingredients. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
No,
All
but
right. So
that is
what
weird
else?
and disappointing. Yeah. So you had that. What else?
We got the grilled wings, and the wings had like a choice of different,
Dipping
not
sauces?
rubs. Well, one of them was a rub. You could get a rub.
Okay.
You could get a
Sauce?
like barbecue
Okay.
or a guava buffalo sauce.
Guava buffalo.
What the hell? Like
Yeah.
a sweet and hot?
Spicy.
Spicy?
Yeah, that's the idea. And so our server suggested the guava buffalo, and so we went with that, and it was weird.
Weird.
It sounds weird.
It sounds, yes.
The dry rub, I get that. But
It's not even
Yeah.
sweet and sour. It's like supposed to be like sweet and spicy. But I mean,
Sweet and spicy.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It was just kind of strange. Like the flavors were kind of fighting each other. And then it was supposed to come with a cilantro lime like dressing. And maybe that's what it was, but it kind of tasted like coconut a little bit. And so then you were dipping it in this like sort of sweet dressing. So it was like the sweet, spicy guava buffalo with this like coconut sweet dressing. It wasn't great.
It doesn't sound
I
great.
am
No.
not jolly at all.
No, I like the
Yeah.
grilled chicken part of
This
it.
I
doesn't
thought we were
sound-
going to get to the better appetizer after the first Okay, so is there a third
Nah.
appetizer?
There was a third appetizer. What I will say for the wings, though, before we move on, is that the chicken wings themselves were good.
Oh,
Like I could
they're
tell it
cooked
was
well.
good quality chicken. So
Okay.
I think we just messed up on the topping.
well, no, you didn't mess up. Your server messed up. He
Yeah, she
recommended
did. No, that's true. She did suggest it. It was on her.
Yeah.
Always go dry rub. If you don't know what that sauce is, always go dry rub.
Yeah, we should have gone dry rub.
That
It
is
would have been better.
strange. I don't know. Guava.
The third thing we got was actually off menu. I had read that you could order the pull apart Caribbean rolls, like bread rolls,
Oh, sounds
from
fun.
Sebastian's next door, the dinner rolls.
Oh, and you did?
And we did. So that worked. And that came with a butter, like special butter. I think it was pimento cheese.
My
Not again.
God.
And also a guava jam. But the guava jam was actually good. So
Dude, are
Oh.
they like just have a surplus of pimento cheese that they have to give away?
Yeah, I don't
know.
What-
They have
what is
stock.
going on with the pimento cheese? Guys, this is why she's the best in the business, though, because
yeah.
Tries it all.
she already knows like off menu items that you could like, if you ever just go to a place, just text Rachel, like, hey, is there any off menu items I can order while I'm at the Tambu Lounge or something that you don't even know? Rachel can hip you to it.
Yep.
I can. It's because I spend way too much time on YouTube and the internet. But, but yeah.
But you do
But
it
that's
so your
there you go.
clientele will be happy.
Yes, I'm well versed in off menu, secret menu items. Actually, it was funny. I was at my daughter's softball practice last night, and one of the parents was going to Walt Disney World, and they were Disneyland, like more familiar with Disneyland. And he said, you know, at Disneyland, everybody says you have to get the corn dog from the Red Wagon. Like that's the thing you have to do.
Absolutely.
What's the thing at Walt Disney World? And I was like, oh, that's a good question. I like really thought about it for a while. And the answer I came up with
Wait,
was
can we
cheeseburger.
guess?
Oh, wait, what were you going to say?
Can we guess?
Yeah. Well, you kind of heard me say it. But
Yeah, I already did.
I didn't hear a
so-
thing. Yeah. I'm going with the jalapeno cream cheese pretzel.
Oh, that jalapeno cheese pretzel.
I don't
was-
think you
Ooh,
have
that
that at
is good.
Disneyland.
No, okay, so you said cheeseburger. So I mean, we're already wrong. So
yeah.
Oh, you did say
I-
cheeseburger?
Yeah.
she's
I,
sort of.
I did. I started to say it before Danny like got me.
Yeah, I was
It was-
curious.
it
If
was
we
Wait,
could guess.
cheeseburger is similar to the corn dog in Disneyland?
No, I didn't finish my thought. It
Oh,
was the
okay, sorry, go
cheeseburger
ahead.
Spring rolls. The cheeseburger spring rolls in
Oh,
Adventureland.
yes. Yeah, in Adventureland. Yes.
Those are
Yes.
good. Those
Yes,
are good.
yes.
Yeah, those are good.
That
Those
is-
are
Well
solid.
done, man.
No, those are terrible. Nobody get those because I want them all.
I
No,
was
we're
gonna-
lying.
The only other thing I could think of would have been the hot dog at Casey's Corner. Wow,
Yeah.
that
Those are
is
good.
really smart, Rachel.
Yeah, that is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those cheeseburger spring rolls are killer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that's like good and it's like a Disney World, like kind of secret, not secret item, but like not, you wouldn't necessarily just stumble into it. And
Right.
I also wanted something that's good all the time. You know, like those corn dogs from the Red Wagon, they don't disappoint. And so
No.
like sometimes some of the other food items can be variable, but those cheeseburger spring rolls are never bad.
And
So
you
that's why I
have to
went with
get it
that.
from Adventureland specifically.
Yes.
It's which just like you have to get the corn dog from the Red Wagon.
Yeah, but it's not one of those like it's not like a Mickey pretzel or a Mickey bar or a turkey leg. It's something that maybe the average person hasn't heard of.
Jalapeno cream
Right.
cheese.
Oh,
pretzel.
it's
Yeah.
a fusion.
I'm
yeah,
sticking with
yeah,
that.
Sure.
Cream cheese pretzel kills it for me.
Yeah, that thing is good.
Oh, that was really good.
That is unique. Mickey pretzel. Ugh. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyway, we got sidetracked, but that was our night. So we arrived. We went to Banana Cabana. My friends had some drinks. We had some mediocre appetizers. They were just fine. And then we got to our rooms. We ended up in the Jamaica section, which is the standard rooms.
Okay.
So the thing at Caribbean Beach is it's such a big resort. You could kind of be anywhere. The preferred rooms are closer to the main hub, which has like Banana Cabana, the
Mhm.
feature pool, the check-in area, the big food court, like all that stuff sort of in, they call it like El Centro, or no, El Centro is at
That's a
Coronado,
Coronado,
but it's
yeah.
that same sort of like central hub area.
Yeah.
And then we were away from that, but where our location was, we were right next to the Skyliner.
Oh,
So it's
perfect.
kind of like if you get a preferred room, you're paying to be next to all the amenities, but you're far from the Skyliner. But if you get a standard room, you're a little farther from the amenities, but you're closer to the Skyliner.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Perfect.
Rachel. Last week when you did the Jollywood party and you said the Skyliner wasn't running, that just makes it
I know.
worse.
Oh,
It does make it worse, yeah, because we were so close to the Skyliner, we
That
like barely used it.
sucks.
So we
Yeah.
were right there.
Because the Caribbean Beach is the hub for the Skyliner. So you go to
Yes.
the other resorts, Art of Animation, you go to Hollywood Studios, or you go all the way to Epcot and stuff, and Riviera and all that kind of stuff. So
Well, there was one reason why we really wanted to be near the Skyliner, and it actually wasn't the Skyliner. There is a Joffrey's Coffee right outside
Mhm.
the Skyliner station.
yeah.
And so we were really close to coffee in the morning. So that's why we wanted to be there. And we made a lot of use of that coffee station.
Now I love being close to coffee until it says Joffrey.
Oh, I know. You don't like Joffrey's. I'm a Joffrey's fan.
Oh,
but-
are you? Okay. Well, you know,
Yeah.
I did like the anniversary blend that they did. I did
Yeah.
think that was really good.
I appreciate that you remember the anniversary blend.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember any Joffrey's coffee that I can name off the top of my
I
head.
never bought anything from there.
They did Keurig cups of the was like the 50th, I think it was.
Really?
They-
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. They did, it was really good.
Oh, damn.
yeah,
I missed
would
out.
actually have coffee in the room as opposed to just going to Kona Cafe. And
They
just-
did Irish coffee.
Oh.
in the room.
No, they
If you
should.
brought your own
That's-
Baileys. Yeah, sure.
I
Why
say they
not?
should if that's
Not
the
the coffee
case.
place. They had cold brew, though. We get the shaken Jamaican cold brew.
Oh, that sounds like
Oh.
fun.
That's a catchy
Wow.
name. I like
Okay.
that.
I usually bring my own coffee from here.
Well, you're not
Yeah.
fun. You gotta
I know.
shake it.
Well, I mean, it's like when I get coffee at Disney World, I drink it. I'm like, damn, this ain't doing nothing for me.
It ain't
Well,
imagine
New Orleanians have a different definition of coffee.
Yeah.
Like,
playing it straight.
Nah,
with the
I'm
chicory and
included.
all-
Yes,
yeah.
I need hair on my chest.
and you have it, sir.
Yeah,
I know.
Not on your head, but on the chest.
I know.
All
It's-
that.
It's all there.
All there.
That's the situation for me.
They not ready for
There you
what
go.
you bring to the table.
That's right.
All right,
Anyway,
Rachel.
sorry, Rachel. So coffee.
No, that's okay. So we had the coffee a lot, and our room was good. I liked the room. They've been somewhat recently redone. It was really nice. We got a corner room, so it had the 2 windows, extra light. I have no complaints about Caribbean Beach. I think the resort itself is really pretty. The Skyliner is great. I like the feature pool is awesome. The bus stops are pretty convenient to your building. The problem is though that there's a lot of bus stops. So you either have a big drive around the property before you leave for the parks, or if you're at one of the last stops, which is where we were, it is possible that the buses might be full and just pass you by. And that's
Oh.
really frustrating when that happens.
Yeah,
So
very much.
I hate that.
so it's just something to keep in mind. I usually tell folks when they stay at a moderate that, like, when I personally stay at moderate resorts, I like to have a car
Mm.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
because it's so big. But yeah, so I really liked the resort. I would recommend it. I would stay there again. I've stayed there before. I really like it there.
I'd love to
Question
see it.
now. Okay, so when you and your husband travel, now you have no kids.
Mm.
1 king bed or 2 beds?
We paid for the king bedroom.
Smart.
Yeah, it wasn't that much more to get like the guaranteed king bed. So that's what we did.
Yeah. I was just curious because my wife and I, we have that issue whenever we go, and it's shoot, we forgot to request it because then they give
Yeah.
us separate beds.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
Well, this at the moderates actually, and this is the only category that's like this. The deluxes, you request it, like you just said, but in the moderates, it's actually a separate room category that you pay for a king bed.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
So we had a king room, like we were guaranteed a king because we
Okay.
paid for it.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, the moderates are different that way. I don't know why it's different, but it is.
But the fact that you know it is just good enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good tip.
Like
to know,
there are
though,
so
man.
many other people that don't know that. And so
That
now-
can get you
Yeah.
in some serious
tip.
trouble.
we know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now we know, and now you guys know. We can know. Do it.
Yeah. If you want to make sure you have a king bed, stay at a moderate. It's the only resort category where you can specifically pay for that.
That's right. You want to stay married, stay moderate. There you go.
Stay moderate. That's a good thing to live by.
No, I like being in the king bed with my wife when we stayed because when
Yeah.
she punches me when I snore, she can't get the reach that she can
It's
get.
hard.
Yeah.
And
She
she's
got that
a
torque.
whole- yeah, she
Yeah.
does because she
She did that
comes down with
kickboxing. Yeah,
Yes.
you need that because if it was separate, she got enough room to make that happen with the adjustment. Absolutely.
Oh,
All right. So the next morning, we went to Disney Springs.
yay!
We went and got cookies at Gideon's. That's a tradition for us. The kids look forward to us bringing back the Gideon's cookies. So we
Nice.
did that.
You brought back cookies for the kids.
Yeah, that is the deal. If we
Good
go
for
to
you.
Disney, they know that we're bringing back cookies for them.
Oh, I need that kind of deal.
Them kids are smart.
That's right.
Yeah. So we did the whole like get in line for Gideon's thing, wait till they open, order our cookies. The special cookie was a pumpkin chocolate chip, which was really good.
Ooh, what a combo.
Killing me here.
Dang.
So we did that. And then we walked around Disney Springs for a while. Just like, went to World of Disney, went to some of the other stores. And I don't know if y'all remember, but in our cruise trip report, we got a frozen old fashioned at Lookout Key.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Remember
I
that?
do remember that.
I had people reach out to me after that episode and say that the basket at Wine Bar George, which is like the quick service window,
Mm-hmm.
that they have a frozen old fashioned there.
No way.
Okay.
I know. So I was really excited to try this frozen old fashioned in Disney Springs. And so we like walk around, we get to an appropriate hour for a frozen old fashioned, which was like just before 11. And I was like, that's it. It's open now. I'm going to go get one. I walked over and they didn't have it.
No. What?
Wow.
I know. I was so upset. She was like, yeah, we're not running the machine right now, but I can give you a frosé, like a frozen rosé. I was like, no, I don't want a frosé.
Completely different.
I want a frozen
Completely
old fashioned.
different.
It's very different.
Do you even have it? I'm looking at it at the Walt Disney World menu. They even have it, frozen old fashioned.
I know. Yeah. No, it was there. It was right on the menu. Like I pointed to it. Anyway.
Because they didn't want to run the machine. Damn them.
Yeah. They just weren't running the machine.
I am not jolly on this report.
That is a problem that I have when I go get coffee at night. If you go to a place where they have like frozen coffee, because I love frozen coffee, and they blend it, they'll never run out. But if they have one of those machines, it had to be shut down early. It had to be cleaned. There's always
That's like
something if there's a
McDonald's.
machine. Yes.
Yeah, the ice cream machine broke it.
So sorry. So
Well,
sorry.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
No old
disappointing.
fashioned. But the good news was we had a brunch scheduled at Homecoming,
Okay.
the Chef Art Smith's Homecoming.
I've been wanting to try this. Yes.
It was great. So we had an excellent brunch there. Josh and I split the thigh high chicken biscuits. So they're like biscuit sliders with the fried chicken on it and pickle and some hot honey drizzled on top. Yeah, really good. Then we got a side of the house-made chips that are tossed in barbecue seasoning and then drizzled with an icebox ranch. Yeah. And then we got collard greens. And just for Eli, we got spicy cauliflower wings.
Look at
Spicy
that.
cauliflower wings.
Wings.
Yeah, they were so good. They reminded me, I think, Kevin, you said you had these, maybe I'm misremembering, but no, not at Homecoming, but they have incredible cauliflower at Spice Road Table.
Oh, yeah. They do. They do.
I
They
love
yes,
Spice
you're
And
Road
so
right.
Table.
these spicy cauliflower wings reminded me of the Spice Road Table cauliflower.
Why were
Really
they
good.
wing? Were they shaped like wings, or were just
They're just fried.
they're just fried? Okay.
They really
Yeah.
did with cauliflower now.
Oh, I can see. So it's like you had a bunch of drumettes, basically. That were
Right.
fried.
Yeah,
Okay, I
right,
got you.
yeah.
I got you. I can see that. That sounds delicious to me.
That's going to be the new currency right there.
Did y'all-
Cauliflower.
Did y'all have
Cauliflower,
drinks?
like it really absorbs flavor.
It
so,
does.
yeah,
That's the one good thing about cauliflower. It takes on whatever characteristic you want. It's kind of like
A chameleon.
well, what's that the X-Man, the X-woman with the blue? She's
Mystique.
Oh,
yeah.
Mystique,
She's
yeah.
kind of like Mystique.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
She's cauliflower.
I like
yeah.
that though. Mystique cauliflower.
Mystique
Okay.
cauliflower. Yeah.
Put
She's
something
whatever.
next to it, it turned blue.
That's right. What'd you have
We
to drink?
did have drinks.
Yeah.
My friend Elizabeth got it was like a watermelon moonshine drink. I got a moonshine margarita.
Oh, okay.
And I forget Josh and Brandon both got Bloody Marys. That's why I forgot, because I didn't try them because I don't like Bloody Marys. But
Your drinks sound tougher than
Well, for
theirs.
brunch,
Yeah.
play Mary traditional brunch.
yeah.
What's a moonshine?
And you know the sweater vest boys got a match.
Sweater
Yes,
boys.
they did match.
That's where the love started.
What?
That's the Bloody Marys.
And the
So-
legend began.
And my moonshine margarita was fine. I'm a little spoiled because Josh makes margaritas here at home and his are so good and like handmade and he squeezes the limes fresh. And this was just not that. And so I need to just stop ordering margaritas out places because I'm always disappointed.
Wow.
I want to eat everything that Josh makes now.
You want to have
Exactly.
a Josh
I want to have his stuffing. I want to have his margarita. What else does he make?
He is
Yeah.
very conscientious.
I know.
Yeah.
I want to eat all that.
He should open his own restaurant. Is that?
Yeah. So after the brunch, we went back to the resort to drop off the cookies so they didn't melt. And
Smart.
then we had some more time to kill before the Jollywood party. So we decided we were going to go to Geyser Point at Wilderness Lodge.
Nice.
Because the weather was beautiful, and I love Geyser Point. It's usually like a no fuss place. You know, you don't have to like jockey to get in or whatever. It's usually pretty easy. And they had on the menu. So, you know, that Disney puts out the holiday foodie guide for the like Walt Disney World Resort, all the special holiday things they have.
Yeah.
So on the menu, Disney had been advertising that they had a holiday fruitcake old fashioned.
What?
And that, which sounds weird, but here's the description, and it sounded really good to me. So it's Uncle Nearest 1884 small batch whiskey, Hella Cocktail Company apple blossom bitters, cranberry, lemon, and rosemary. So like apple blossom bitters sounded really good.
Yeah.
Cranberry and lemon and rosemary is very holiday.
Sure.
So that sounded delicious to me. So I was like, I want to try the holiday fruitcake old fashioned. They have it at Geyser Point. I love Geyser Point. I didn't get my frozen old fashioned. So let's go to Geyser Point.
I would have ordered that drink too, and I'm not a big fruitcake person. So how was it?
Yeah. So we get to Geyser Point, and there's a 40-minute wait.
Oh,
I know, which was a bummer. But you know what? We were like, that's fine. We'll get our name. We have time to kill anyway. It's beautiful. We'll get our names on the list and we'll chill out and wait. So that's what we do. We get our names on the list. We start chilling out. And then all of a sudden, a table right on the water that wasn't, it's not like a table with staff at it. Like you just serve yourself.
Right.
Opens up. Someone walked away. So we were like, this is perfect. We'll sit down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's shady. It's right on the water. And then we'll just walk up to the bar and get our drinks and bring them back here. So that's the plan. So we take the drink orders. I go up with Brandon to the bar to get the drinks. And I order the holiday fruitcake old fashioned, and they don't have it.
No, that's twice. What the hell, man?
You got juked
They don't have it.
This is
Why?
not right.
They didn't want to run the machine? Is that what it is?
There's no machine.
The woman says, yeah, we don't have that yet. It's for the holidays. And I wanted to be like, okay, I understand what you're saying, except Disney's holidays start November 1. I'm going to a Christmas party tonight. So it's not crazy for me to think that holiday stuff would be available. And I put in the show notes that I sent you guys, I screenshotted the post from November 7th, which was the day before my trip even started, where Walt Disney World like social media account was advertising this old fashioned on social media.
This must have been our first day on the job or something.
This woman was like just blown away that I'd be asking for a holiday fruitcake old fashioned in early November.
That's
To
terrible.
be like, look around. Like,
While they're
what?
doing very merry and jolly
It's like big candy cane.
Why would you expect that when the gingerbread house, the Jollywood Nights, the very merry Christmas, the displays at the resorts, why would you possibly expect that?
What are you thinking? She must be a temp.
That's
She
trifling.
must be a temp. Like, how she not know that?
Trifling.
That was all four of us were going to get holiday fruitcake old fashioned. So we walked away empty handed again.
Dang, I feel for you as an old fashioned fan. I was curious to see what was happening with that. Now that quest has to be made at some point.
I am so not jolly.
I would be so scarred at this point. I would never order anything with the words old or fashioned in it ever.
I'm
again.
the unjolly.
I would tell that lady, where's your comment card? Because there's going to be some really good comments about you.
Yeah.
If you could sell me a Christmas ticket, you can sell me a Christmas old fashioned.
You sent me for 40 minutes for what?
Yeah. Well, we didn't wait the full 40 minutes. I was glad we didn't wait that long just to find out.
Good.
I was about to say, boy, you better than me.
So we moved on and we decided to take the boat to Magic Kingdom and then pick up the monorail to see the gingerbread because it's still Christmas there, for goodness sake, to see the gingerbread houses.
Allegedly.
Contemporary and
some
Grand
people
Floridian.
don't agree.
So we did that. So we went to the Contemporary. We saw the gingerbread display there. It was really cool. It's always Cinderella's castle, but this year they added the dream lights.
Wow. Oh, nice.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I didn't either. That sounds cool.
It was cool. And they had a bunch of hidden Mickeys on there that was fun to find. And so we just went and saw that real quick. And then we went over to Grand Floridian and we saw the gingerbread house there. And it's, the same as it always is. It's always very cool.
Did you buy a shingle or?
We didn't buy a shingle. The line was pretty crazy. And there was clearly a wedding that had just gotten out because they were taking pictures of everybody in the lobby and stuff so it was kind of busy, but we went on the second floor so that we could look down at it without the crowds.
Right.
And there's this big long line. And I was like, what is that line for? And then I realized it's for the Enchanted Rose. It's about to open.
Oh.
So we
One of my
get right in
favorites.
line
Yeah.
because we've got like probably 10 minutes before it's going to open. So we get in line, and then about 3 minutes before the bar is going to open, a cast member just comes out to the line and starts talking to people. And we're like, what is she saying? And then she says, this is actually not a line to get into the bar. It's walk-up list only on your phone, on your mobile app. So we all stood in line
For nothing.
but it turns out when the bar opens, the only way you can get in is by clicking the walk-up list on the app.
That is wild.
That is
backwards.
wild because the people who knew enough to stand there and wait, you would think would be knowledgeable enough to know.
Well, the funny part is that we all continued to just stand in that line while we refreshed our walk-up list.
Okay.
Nice.
Why are we still standing here? We don't have to do this.
So let me guess. You got in and then you ordered an old fashioned and they couldn't make it for you.
Don't you do this a third time.
Is that what happened?
No.
So we did get right in because Elizabeth and I know what we're doing on the Disney app, and so we weren't going to lose that battle.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking
Travel
about.
agents, wishful wandering.
That's it. We don't play around over
I
here.
love it.
Did you get the seasonal old fashioned at the Grand Floridian?
We did sit down and we did order the seasonal old fashioned. Yes.
But
Well, no, there's no but
Okay.
other than
Fingers crossed.
Other
the
than
seasonal old fashioned is $27. That seems like cake bake prices. Like,
Ooh.
well, there's a
I'm kind of
gray area here
I
because
gotta
we're,
look this
we're
up.
on
I don't
vacation.
remember that.
I don't remember that either.
So you got the old fashioned.
I did.
Was
It
it?
was-
And it
But
was
we only
how was it?
ordered one because it was $27.
$27.
$27.
Totally understand.
Okay.
How was it?
It was good. My only complaint with it was that the seasonal old fashioned was still the fall season, which is fine, except the fall one was maple. And I felt like the maple syrup was a little too sweet in it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not used to
Oh.
that one. I'm
Yeah.
used to the cranberry.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
it was maple instead of simple syrup. And so it was too sweet. And it tasted like good maple syrup. Like I come from the land of good maple syrup and it tasted
Fair.
like good stuff, but it just was too sweet in an old fashioned.
Too much. Okay, that's fair.
Well, yeah.
And wait, is that normally what the old fashioned goes for?
27
The
bucks.
27,
Well, the
yeah, that is
seasonal one,
normal.
Yeah, I'm looking at
If you look at the menu, all the drinks are that expensive.
the regular old fashioned is $22.50 and the seasonal is $27.50.
I always
so
get-
$5 difference.
I always thought it was like 17, 18.
Wow.
Something like
The mojito
Generally,
is
when we end up
$17.50.
here, this is when we start spending our Disney Visa points.
Points, yeah.
And I lose
That's
all
why.
track, but wow, I'm shocked.
27 bucks. They should have just had a bartender standing next to you making the next old fashioned for half the
Yeah.
price.
That's like the most expensive drink.
Well, at least they got an
It
old
is.
fashioned.
No, I'm sorry.
They got
They
an
should've-
old fashioned.
They should have baked you the cake.
Progress.
Yeah, at least you got one.
I did.
At least you got one, yeah.
So then we get back to Wilderness Lodge, get the car, go back to Caribbean Beach. We change into our sweater vests, and it's time for Jollywood Nights. Before we got to Jollywood Nights, we went to the Skyliner station to confirm that it wouldn't be open, which I suspected, and it wasn't going to be open.
Right.
And then we also got coffees from Joffrey's because anytime we walked over there, we got a coffee. So
Fair.
Man, Joffrey.
And then we were ready for Jollywood Nights. And so I gave a full review of Jollywood Nights. So if you haven't checked that out, you can go do that now.
Episode 551. Yes.
Well, we got back around 12:30, 1 o'clock, went to bed. And the next morning I had planned to sleep in, but of course I cannot. And so I ended up waking up right around 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's virtual queue time. And so I decided I want to make sure we get to ride Tiana's twice because I had never been on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And so I got a virtual queue for Tiana's Bayou Adventure first thing in
Yes.
the morning.
You're the first one of us to ride Tiana's
I know.
on this show.
So then we got on the bus to Magic Kingdom right around 8:30. We weren't trying to get there for early entry because we had been out so late. So we just wanted to get there around 9 for our first lightning lane.
Okay.
And we got past the castle just before the regular day crowd was allowed to go. So that was nice. We were right before the big pack. And we went right to Haunted Mansion. That was our first Lightning Lane for the day.
Woohoo.
Hey,
All right.
good way to start the day.
Classic.
Yeah, we had Lightning Lane multipass. You know what, though? I do want to complain about Haunted Mansion for a second.
Oh,
It stops so many times now. I feel like
Haunted
it didn't
Mansion?
always used to be this way, but the last few times I've ridden Haunted Mansion, it's like 4 or 5 stops.
that could be loading though. Like with a lot of people, like
Probably people that
Accessible.
cut in line with it, you know.
No, I'm talking about
waiting.
disabled. Like, it takes maybe
Yeah,
take them a little
accessible.
bit
Oh, the dash
longer.
system.
Yeah, I don't think that they can control that. I mean, it's like
maybe
there's
they
some
can't.
people where, if you can get on the ride while the ride's still moving, but I find that a lot of the times when the ride shuts down, it's because they have to stop it so somebody can get on.
That's
Yeah.
You
And there's no way to know that
defend-
when you're on it, but
Exactly.
True, yeah,
You
yeah.
defend your love. I, hear
I
that.
do love the Haunted Mansion. I want to hear Rachel's take on the Hatbox Ghost, though.
it wasn't working, Danny.
Oh,
Dang, you had a
for
tough
Pete's
trip.
sake.
You had a tough
Oh,
trip.
my goodness.
You got us all in tears. You thought the old fashioned was bad. You just made
As
this
soon as we
ride.
came around the area, Josh was like, "Oh God, Danny would die. It's not working."
He's dying now.
I just
He's
threw my
dying
glasses
right
across
now.
the floor. You didn't see
No,
that.
take us back to
Oh,
that
I just
night.
threw my
no.
glasses.
Not
like,
good.
This is
Oh,
not
no.
good.
Not doing
The
well.
head, the head
man.
was just in the box. It didn't go back to the body. It just stayed in the box.
Damn.
So you did see him at least. He was.
Oh, he was there. Yeah, it just the head didn't move.
He was
Oh,
B mode.
okay,
B mode
okay.
Hatbox.
Okay.
B-mode
Okay.
hat-
You ain't taking that well. You shouldn't. You should
No,
not.
I would be mad. I would definitely be mad if I was Rachel because it's like, man, like,
We waited
Come
all this
on.
time. to make it
Yeah.
happen.
Well, like we talked about in the last episode too. She went on Rise, and then like we didn't get the full Kylo Ren there, and so like now we're here in Haunted Mansion. We want to
You
see
get the full Hatbox.
we get half a box. That's
You
what
get
we
Hatbox.
The hat box goes.
Yeah, the
You
hat
get
box goes.
many old fashions.
Yeah, I'm gonna state we got no fashions
No fashions.
up in there.
No fashions.
That's it. We got
B mode.
we got cast members don't know what time of the month it is and what holiday it is.
And pimento out the
You
yin
know,
yang.
I appreciate your sacrifice
There you
on
go.
this one, Rach. I appreciate
Yeah,
cauliflower.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
so okay. I maybe didn't see the Hatbox Ghost in all his glory, but I mean, did he
We did not.
seem out of place?
No, it works. I like it there. We saw him in all his glory in April, so I have
Cool.
seen him doing
Okay.
his thing, and I do like it there. I think it works.
you good, D.
Awesome news.
Okay.
I see you fighting for your childhood to get off of that one. I see
Yes.
it in your eye.
No, I'm just saying that there are people who plan trips around seeing certain things, and it's a bummer when you get there and you can't experience it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is
It's
true.
a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
money
a
to take
letdown.
that chance. Absolutely.
Like the old fashioned. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it was time to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
All right.
All
Okay.
right,
Let's
all right,
see.
perked
All
up.
right.
Tiana's.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. Can we predict?
Yeah,
Okay. Prediction. Does Rachel like this more than Splash Mountain? What do y'all say? I'm going to say yes.
I would say she likes the theme and everything, and it's new. Yeah, because it's going to be more aesthetic. It's going to be different. Yeah.
All right. So you go yes, Kev?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go no, it's not functional for her life.
Oh, it does. It's broken?
It breaks.
Oh, no. I need to think about that.
No.
Oh.
There- Enough has broken. This cannot
I don't
break.
know.
I don't know. Let's see.
He's got a fair point.
I'm sticking,
All
with
right.
that.
Rachel?
Just to offset everything else and cover our bases.
Yeah.
So we break even. Rachel?
I really liked it.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better than Splash Mountain?
Yeah, I think I liked it better. Actually, Eli, when he said like it's new and it's aesthetically pleasing, like I think that's it. I think it's just pretty. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty ride.
I know my people.
Oh, well, good.
I know
Well, there
my
you
people.
go.
Yeah.
We win.
I did like
They
that.
won. Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you win.
Excellent.
But
There you go.
Awesome.
I got the icing on the
And
cake.
it worked. Everything was functional.
Yes.
I mean, it was the first thing. Everything was fully operational. Yes.
Oh, man.
All right.
They spent so much time making sure that would work. All the other rides broke.
All right.
Take
So
care of the
Um,
new baby.
bring us through it.
Yes.
Yeah. So the queue, I mean, I didn't do like the full extended queue because we had lightning lanes every time. Actually, no, I take it back. This first time we were just virtual queue. So we did do the full queue. The queue looks good. It's the same queue as Splash Mountain. So there's not a lot to see. You know what I mean? They added some things. They added like Tiana's kitchen. They added a couple more things to look at, but there's not like a ton there. So that's a queue. And then other than that, it feels very similar to Splash Mountain. And you get through, you load into the boat. And then, right from there, it feels very much different. You're going down the bayou and you come out and they've done such a good job with the flowers outside. When you do that first part outside where you're going around the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
It's really pretty the way they did the flowers.
Oh, good.
And then you go up and around the back and it's her foods. Like it used to be the garden and now it's her foods area.
Okay.
Tiana's foods. And she says like, oh, we're going to have a party. We need the secret ingredient, but they don't really, I will say, I think the story is weak.
Yeah.
We knew that going in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree. I still think the story is weak, but you're going around. The animatronics look great. Everything inside is beautiful. The music area with the critters is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just really, really cool energy in there. The part where where Mama Odie shrinks you is not very well explained in the ride. And Josh was like, he had not watched a ride through. He didn't listen to the stuff about it. Like he was going in totally fresh. And so we go into the part where Mama Odie shrinks you and we're doing the whole thing. We're kind of like with the frogs. And then all of a sudden she's like, we got to get you back to size. And he turns to me. He's like, did she shrink us or something? What happened? I was like, yeah, we're supposed to be shrunk. And then she gets us back to size as we go over the falls. He was like, oh, yeah, I missed that.
Okay, yeah, that's telling. Yeah.
I know I have heard this before, and I do feel like it's true that in the morning they have the water turned down and then they turn it up as the temperature rises during the day. We rode it this first time in the morning and we didn't get wet much at all. And then we went back around like 11 and 11:30 maybe. And it was like so wet, like tidal wave.
So the later you go, the wetter it gets.
So you never saw it at night?
We never saw it at night. No,
Okay.
we were only there in the morning.
Ooh.
So that water goes to 11. All right, good.
Yeah. So I liked it. I thought it was good. I liked it just as much as Splash Mountain. It's tough to pick a favorite. I give Tiana's the edge just because it's newer and has new technology. But it's very similar. Like the beat for beat. It's the same ride.
Yeah.
So a lot of the criticism we heard was about how you would be coming upon a ride scene and Tiana would just seem to sit there waiting for you. And then you would get there to trigger. You didn't catch any of that, right?
I did not catch that. No.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't feel like that at all.
Great. That's awesome. That
that's
means
good.
that whatever
They fixed it. Yeah.
They listen.
whatever the timing issues were have been addressed.
They resolved it. Yeah. That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
After we wanted to get some beignets because we had been smelling them and thinking about beignets from the ride, and they sell them now at the wagon there.
Wagon.
Not wagon. It's Golden Oak Outpost.
Oh, yeah.
Across from Pecos Bills. Anyways, we got some beignets there. They were terrible. I don't recommend those. Don't buy the beignets, guys.
No.
Especially not you. You should not buy those beignets.
Beignets ain't that hard to make.
It's really not
I
that
know.
hard.
Really not.
I don't know how you mess up beignets.
I mean, I
They were
tried.
just like a shell. Like they were so dry inside, they didn't have dough. It was like just a hard shell.
They left them in the oil too long.
Probably so.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
The oil was too hot. Like,
Well,
way
they
too
shouldn't be
hot.
doughy, but then again, they shouldn't be like dry.
Well, but yeah, if it's dry on the inside and then hard on the
Yeah.
outside, it's
Yeah, they
been
cooked
left
it
in
to
too
it.
long.
Or it's been sitting
Yeah.
around in a
These
heater.
two are like the Heisenbergs of
I know,
of
they
beignets.
really
are.
We cooked
Yeah.
it for
Because
anybody.
they-
That's
5.5
listening.
years.
Yeah, they're like, what do these guys know? Like, no, we cooked it.
No.
Like, if you came to New Orleans back in
We were in the
what,
trenches.
late
the
90s and
late
2000s, you probably ate a beignet we cooked.
That's right.
Yeah, so after Tiana's, we rode Big Thunder Mountain, which was awesome. No
Yay.
complaints. Always
Got it in
awesome.
before it shut down. That's
Yep.
smart. Yeah.
Yes, we got in before it shut down. We rode Tiana's another time because we had the virtual queue and then we also had a lightning lane. So we got to ride it twice. It was
Nice.
good both times.
Mhm.
And then we took the train to Tomorrowland and we had a lightning lane for Splash Mountain.
What is your opinion on the Disney World Space Mountain?
I like it. I don't like it anywhere near to Disneyland. I don't dislike it. I just like Disneyland's better, but I ride it every time we go.
Okay.
Well,
For me,
Yes.
that's
yeah.
the
Yes,
thing.
it's
I
very
think
rough.
between Walt Disney World and Disneyland, they improved the technology to where
Right.
Disneyland is much better. You know, I appreciate ours for being the original, but it's opposite of Tower of Terror. I like our Tower of Terror before
Sure.
they, you know, I don't think they improved it when they moved out to California.
So, like, I will deal with the pain of the Matterhorn because I can see a bunch of stuff with the Yeti and everything like that. I could see an actual working Yeti. Go figure. I will deal with the pain of that. I will not deal with the pain of Disney World Space Mountain because the visuals just don't match what
Yeah.
it is that you get out of it. Whereas
There's
Disney-
like no visuals. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas Disneyland, I'll do that 1,000 times. Yeah.
What if you had a space Yeti?
Isn't that called a Wookiee?
Yes. Wookiee swiping
wow.
at you?
Nice. Yeah.
Hey.
That'd be great.
But yeah, so Main Street was shut down.
What do you mean?
Why?
How is Main Street
Yeah.
shut down? I don't understand. this.
Parade?
So they were recording the holiday special.
Oh, have
Elton
mercy.
John.
Elton John was there. We did not see him. No, they were going to do the parade part. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay,
down
okay,
Main
okay.
Street.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
the part that was frustrating is it hadn't started yet. And they clearly have like, you know, hopefully I'm not spoiling anything for anyone here, but they only let cast member, like invited guests be in the audience. Like the audience you see in that holiday special is not the actual general public that was there that day.
What?
It's- I know. You have to be an invited guest. That's why everybody's all dressed up.
Terrible.
But yeah, so they have all the people in there that were invited. And I get why they're not like letting other people down there. But the cast members are telling people that that's the crowd for the 2:00 parade.
Dang.
I was like, it's not. Why are you telling people that? Like, be honest with what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they were like lying to them.
So they, so
Because they think we're all stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that was about. So, but then like you could get into the Emporium and you could walk down like through the Emporium, but they wouldn't let you out any of the doors that went into Main Street.
They had them closed or something? Or you
Yeah, they
couldn't
had
see
them
anything?
closed and they had cast members in front of them, so you couldn't go out.
So you couldn't
and you
see
couldn't
anything through
stand and
windows.
watch from the windows.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, how would you be able to
Dang.
get out? I mean, like once you exit Emporium, you have to get into Main Street to get
So
out.
you could go, they had like a roped off area that you could like go way around and exit like by the town hall or not town is
I know
that
what
side
you're
town
talking about.
hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That back area, yeah.
So you could do that. The other side, you really couldn't access at all. Like
Right.
the Starbucks and stuff is essentially closed.
Yeah.
Like you really couldn't go over there. And then on that side though, they diverted you over into Tomorrowland and they had that access,
Yeah.
you know, like
yeah.
behind the
Mhm.
buildings. You could get out of Magic Kingdom that way.
That's crazy.
That's weak, man.
All
Yeah.
for
It was very
man.
disruptive. I was
Yeah.
surprised that they were disrupting the regular day that much.
Again, you know, I remember when it wasn't like that when they used to do that parade live, and now they do all the stage stuff, and it's just disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Macy's parade before I watched Disney's Christmas thing.
Well, that's
I don't know.
disappointing
That's
to hear.
disappointing. Yeah.
And there was a small anecdote, not a big deal, but I was in the bathroom by, you know, the bathrooms in between Main Street and Tomorrowland, like
Yeah.
right before the Tomorrowland Terrace. I was waiting in line very patiently to get
Yeah.
into the women's bathroom. Like, you know, you have to always wait in line for the women's bathroom. And the University of Central Florida must have been playing in the parade because the cheerleader goes right in front of me to get the open bathroom stall. And I was like, I've been waiting. Like, what? This UCF cheerleader she's like, boom, I gotta go first. And she just cut right in front of me and took the open stall.
Wow. Nancy Kerrigan her right in the leg.
It's
doesn't
like,
even-
I guess I'm not gonna take that stall.
Right.
I don't know how long they've been waiting, but I sure as hell know that it's not as long as a Mardi Gras parade.
That
And I remember
mean-
having to run off to the parade route to use the bathroom.
I mean,
Oh,
unless she's
God.
like
I
having
mean, come on.
unless
That's
you're having
tough.
like a severe intestinal emergency, there's no reason for that.
Your pom poms
Yeah.
That
aren't
wasn't
working.
nice.
You gotta go.
Yeah, if your churros talking to you, or I don't know. There's
You
no
had that
reason.
raw piece of cauliflower.
But then I like kind of looked around and I noticed that there was a ton of these cheerleaders in the bathroom. Anyway, so they were clearly performing, and then I saw the marching band people outside after we came out of the bathroom. But yeah, so we were like hightailed it out of Magic Kingdom because it was such a mess.
That's-
Yeah, don't blame me
Yeah.
there. That's
Man, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not jolly with this
a weird
report.
I'm
day.
sorry.
Not as last
You're not
week.
jolly.
All right, so where did you go after that?
We took the monorail over to Epcot. They had the express monorail closed over to TTC, but we could take the resort one, just, 2 stops.
Sure.
And then we got on to the Epcot monorail, but not before we got some more coffee because there's a Joffrey's station. There's a Joffrey's at the TTC. So,
Our family travel sponsored by Joffrey's Coffee.
Joffrey
Yeah.
loving
By
freak,
Joffrey.
man.
we got more Joffrey's. Well, the Starbucks was closed.
Well, you couldn't get to it on Main Street too. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
That's funny.
So we got Joffrey's, and then we got on the monorail to Epcot. We got to Epcot just after 1:00, so we couldn't get the virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy, which was kind of a
Oh,
bummer.
bummer.
But we had a lightning lane, so we were going to get to ride it once. I just was greedy and I
Oh,
wanted to ride
good.
it twice.
Oh, well, then, yeah. Okay.
Oh, so you got a piece of that. All right, good.
We did. So we get to Epcot and we went straight to the food and wine stops. At this point, it was really hot.
And they're all closed. No, just kidding.
No, everything was open. And in the peak hotness, my friend Elizabeth and I decided that we would get the French fry flight. Did I say it? French fry
Yes.
flight. That's hard
I love
to say.
That. I love it.
That works.
At the fry basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fry basket.
I like it.
And that line was so long.
Dude, that
I didn't
thing's
think it
nuts.
was going to be that long, but it didn't look that long. It took forever though. And they would everybody's getting this flight. It's like the only thing on the menu.
I love
And
the French fry basket, but that thing has gotten ridiculously long. I skipped it
Yes.
last time I was there because it's like, I'm not waiting in that. It's French fries.
I was gonna say, how many different ways can you do French fries?
They're all delicious though.
They have 3 different ones,
Yeah,
but
they
everybody gets the flight. And so you'd think they'd just be pushing out these fries, but it's like they would serve 4 of these flights and then we would all wait 10 more minutes for the next 4 to come out. It wasn't really 10 minutes, but it was like, why are
long
you only
enough.
pushing out 4 at a time? Like, what does that even mean?
We make these fries fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they must have been real fresh. So let's talk about what was on the fry flight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had-
flight.
I like fry. I like French fries.
Okay.
They had truffle Parmesan fries,
That's good.
Ooh.
I like
barbecue bacon fries with smoked aioli,
that. Oh, I think
And-
that one's good. Yeah.
sweet potato casserole fries with candied pecans, toasted marshmallow cream, and bourbon maple syrup. Guys, all 3 were excellent. They were so good.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I'd be out on the third, but okay.
I like the third one, but it is sweet if I remember
It is
correctly.
sweet. It's desserty.
It's like a Thanksgiving sweet potato puff kind of thing.
Because after
Okay.
that last episode, I'm with Rich. I'm not trusting marshmallows. At
No,
this.
this was marshmallow cream, so it was
Okay.
better. It
Okay.
wasn't a marshmallow.
All right.
Yeah, it's good.
So that was really good, but it took a long time to get. While we were getting the fry flights, Josh and Brandon went to go get sliders.
Oh,
And
okay.
so the guys went to go get sliders for, us, and we got the fry flight. We were going to meet together in the Odyssey.
Okay.
Well, did y'all
so-
have vests on at this point or no?
We didn't have vests. No, this was just
Oh,
regular.
Did y'all have
regular.
just regular gear? Okay.
We didn't
Nice
match.
break group.
So the guys were done getting the sliders way before we got through the fry line. So they went to go get the table and chairs in the Odyssey. And that was awesome. Because by the time we got through that line, we were really hot and cranky.
Yeah, I
Like
bet.
waiting for these fries. And so it was great to sit down. And while we were still waiting in line, they actually went through the line in the Odyssey and got more food.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Okay, what did they get?
Yeah. They got the wings, and the wings have the crazy name, the unnecessarily spicy yet extremely tasty Carolina Reaper pepper curry wings.
I remember that. Yes.
Did the
This is
Muppets
the
name
Muppets
this?
thing.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
Yeah, it was the Muppets, the recipe
Muppets
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
They got the wings and the pickle hard seltzer.
Oh, see, I remember this pickle thing.
Pickle
The pickles.
sauce.
We didn't get
Alright.
the pickle milkshake,
So
but
how's the
we
pickle
got
hard
the pickle
seltzer?
hard seltzer.
And?
Yeah. I really liked the pickle hard seltzer. I thought it was good.
Was it pickly? Or?
It was very pickly. Yeah, it was totally pickly.
I don't know about this one.
Eli's not there. The wings were good. They were definitely spicy. Like you were surprised that was coming from a theme park.
Okay.
But not so spicy that it ruined your palate for the rest of the day. So that was great. And they were very curry. Like the curry flavor was
Oh, okay.
Prominent.
All right.
That changes a lot for me. Okay, because I've been wanting
Yeah.
to try these wings, but when you threw the curry thing in there, that totally changes the palate for me.
yeah. It was more curry than anything else.
It sounds doable.
Yeah. No, it sounds
It's-
better than the guava buffalo one.
There's no pimento, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I'm fine with
no
that too.
pimento and no guava. These
Yeah.
were much better than those.
These
yeah.
things should not go with wings in any sort of fashion.
That is
in my
interesting.
opinion.
Okay.
And then we also had the Steakhouse Blended Burger,
Ooh.
which was a beef and wild mushroom slider with truffle brie cheese, fondue, and arugula and truffle potato chips on a sesame seed bun. And it was really good.
Now that I
Dang,
like.
I
Okay.
would. I'd try that. I'd try that.
Yeah. And then after all that, we had the guys go get us food from Mexico.
Oh, I love Mexico.
Yeah,
Whoa.
'cause it's not that far. So they just went right out and got the Mexico booth items. We got the shrimp tostada
Yeah, man.
and the flauta de barbacoa, which was a fried tortilla filled with barbacoa beef.
Mhm.
And we got margaritas, and all of them were excellent. If listeners remember, Mexico won our March Madness.
Yes.
We
Yes.
did the bracket, the food wine bracket. And I think we were right. I think that was the right call. I think Mexico wins.
I think
yeah.
Mexico just dominates the food
Best overall booth.
options
Yeah.
in World Showcase. I'm going to just throw that down. there.
Agreed.
Boom.
I mean, every time you walk through there, it's the most crowded. You
Yeah.
know, especially in the afternoon, it's like packed. Everybody's getting all the stuff from Mexico. La Cava, you got the La Hacienda, you got the booths that they have. I mean,
Did it
Mexico's
right.
got it going on. I mean,
One of these
Yeah.
days we'll have to talk about our favorite restaurant in that area, but as a whole, Mexico's got it going on.
Mexico's got
Yeah,
it
it
going
does.
on as a whole.
Viva la
I agree.
Mexico.
Yeah.
We took a little ride break. We went on Guardians of the Galaxy,
Nice.
which was a blast. We
And
got Iran was our song. And we went over to Soarin'. The wait time for Soarin' was 2 hours, which I thought was crazy.
hell
We had a
yeah.
lightning lane. So
No.
Oh, well, there you go then.
That's beautiful.
yeah. But 2 hours is too much.
That's
And
a
so
lot.
your wait was probably about 45 minutes.
Yeah, you like nailed it. It was about 45 minutes for the whole experience. Yeah.
Perfect.
Including the ride.
Yes, indeed.
Good work,
nice,
pal.
nice, sir.
Yes, nice work, pal.
Nice work.
Ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
And then we just did food and wine for the rest of the day. I don't know if do you want me to go through all the things we had? We had about 10, or I could just give you the highlights.
Give me the highlights.
Okay, so my
Wait,
top five
wait,
food-
whoa.
What?
Let's try this a
Old-fashioned.
little bit differently.
Okay.
I want to go by countries. Germany.
Ooh. We didn't eat there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's going to be a lot of countries we didn't eat in, so
That's
this
going
might
to be
not
one
go
of my,
well.
okay, Japan.
Oh, we had the Wagyu sushi, the hand roll, and I have never heard Josh complain about something. I mean, listen, let me take that back. Josh complains all the time, but he was in a very good mood on this trip, and he was happy with a lot of things. And this sushi made him mad in a way that I have not really seen sushi make him mad before.
No. Wait. Okay. So what was it that he ordered?
So it's a Wagyu Tamaki sushi. It is a hand roll
Yeah.
sushi
Yeah.
with sweet and savory American Wagyu beef topped with Takana Japanese pickles and spicy mayo sauce. And, they had a sheet of nori, the seaweed that they just put down. And then they threw some rice on top. And then the Wagyu beef was ground, like ground hamburger.
Oh
Ugh,
They threw that on top. And then the pickles, and then they drizzled the spicy
No.
mayo, and then they just handed it to you.
No.
And so it wasn't even like rolled in any way. It was like sort of deconstructed. So you had to like kind of pick it up like a taco and eat it.
It's a hand roll, but they messed it up when they ground up the Wagyu.
yeah, no kidding.
You don't ground up Wagyu like
No.
a freaking ground
That
truck.
is like the key beef of
This is a 90-10
That is so
truck.
inconvenient on how to treat that.
I'm with Josh.
I am
You,
as-
you don't
yeah.
ground
He
up
was
Wagyu.
angry for the rest of the day about that sushi. He kept talking about it. He would bring it up. I was like,
He should.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't blame
Sure.
him for being mad.
Yeah.
Did you try it?
I did. I thought the flavor was okay, but it was definitely like the weakest thing we had all day.
How much
Wow.
was that? How
Okay.
much was that? I'm curious.
The Wagyu beef sushi, this one hand roll was $9.50. And it wasn't a big hand roll. It's like, I'm talking maybe 3 inches by 2 inches. Like it wasn't big.
That's a small hand roll.
I was gonna say
Well, I was
that.
going to say for Wagyu beef, you should easily be in the 15
14,
to $20.
20. That's
Yeah,
what I
easily.
was. That's what I was gonna say.
Well, but
Like,
it was ground. I don't know. Is it really Wagyu? I guess it has to be for them to put on the menu.
no.
It was 3 molecules of Wagyu beef.
like no.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
it. The rest was like vegetables.
It was like they told that cow it was gonna be something special. Then they lied to it.
Okay, so I'm 0 for 2 right now. This is why I'm not doing so good in fantasy this year, I guess. I'm 0 for 2 on my favorite countries. So let me ask her about Morocco, and then I'll let her take it from here.
We didn't go to Morocco, but we did have
Okay.
the Greece booth, which is in the Morocco
It's a
area.
Morocco area, yeah.
We did the griddled cheese with pistachios and honey. I've had it before, but it's solid. Good. It's
Okay.
good every time.
That's
Okay,
good wherever
okay.
you go. It should be.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Well, does that give me a reprieve and I can ask about France?
We didn't eat in France.
Oh man,
All right,
okay,
you need
I'm
to
out.
quit.
I'm
You
out.
done.
I'm done.
You done.
I
Yeah.
suck. Okay,
You
go
done.
ahead. You take us through this journey.
You
Okay.
yeah, you guessed the time's really good, but
Yeah.
this country's not you.
No, wait. Did China represent? Did you go to China?
We did not go to China and Italy. I almost never go to during the food festivals because usually their menus are like lame.
Okay.
China never really has good drinks either.
I gotta push for the Asians, but they're so disappointing at Epcot.
All right. Well, I have something
What you
that'll
got?
your people,
Okay.
Yeah.
your Pacific Islanders. In my top
Me?
5 was definitely the Hawaiian rice bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And the Hawaiian rice bowl was Spam, eggs, eel sauce, spicy mayo, and furikake.
Yes,
It was good.
Furikake. What is
Really
furikake?
that's a furious cocky.
I'm actually not sure.
Cocky, very mad. Very mad.
Very mad. So
That's
it
'cause
tastes
you-
very good.
You mad that Spam is in it? That's what that.
I love
comes
Spam.
from.
No. I
I'm
love
Googling it. It is a Japanese rice seasoning.
Yeah. You know what? It reminds me of like dried onion, like things, flakes that you
Mhm.
just sprinkle on
Just
stuff,
cut out and put on
like on
rice.
your Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm.
That's what it reminds me of. But
Yeah.
it's good. No, furikake is pretty good. But I
Okay.
mean, it's like a seasoning. I
It's
wouldn't
got
call
a
it-
great name. If like you could create a Street Fighter, I would name it Furikake.
Yeah, it's one off of bukkake. It's
Furikake
all
is a good name.
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
great.
Okay,
Delicious.
so that's fifth, or is that we're starting at
Yeah, we're
one,
starting top
or we're
of-
starting at 5?
That was- That was number 4. So number 5, if I'm going to go back down one,
Yes.
Okay.
was the sweet potato mousse. And this was really cool. It was a liquid nitrogen frozen sweet potato mousse with candied pecans and maple caramel sauce. So it was like a cheesecake almost, like that taste. So it was like a sweet potato cheesecake. They took an ice cream scoop, scooped a scoop of cheesecake, put it in the liquid nitrogen, froze it hard. And then it came out of the liquid nitrogen and they cracked it open and then drizzled the pecans and the maple caramel sauce. And so it was like this cold, but like also soft, but crunchy on the outside sweet potato cheesecake. It was really good.
They did it in front of you. They did that.
Yeah, they do it in front of you, like to order.
I was about to say, that's awesome.
That sounds
Brilliant.
awesome.
Yeah.
But look, when it came to room temperature, was it more like cheesecake texture? Is that what I'm feeling?
Yeah, it was more like cheesecake texture
I
when
can
it
get
came to
behind
temperature.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
I
thinking
can
like
get behind
T1000, like when
Yeah,
you said
me
liquid
too.
nitrogen. I just like
I can
and then
get
it all
behind
breaks.
that. I try that.
If there's a presentation of this, yeah, I would watch it
Yeah.
just for that.
I
Yeah.
love cheesecake, so as long as it comes back to that, I'm
Yeah, I
happy
wasn't
with that.
into the flavors, but the way she described the process is really like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to try that.
Yeah, somebody comes for like and then breaks a whole cake in front of you, like, and then pour stuff in that. Yeah, right.
And then
I
the
can
cake reassembles itself.
Yeah,
and it comes-
right.
Yeah.
and then try to go after you to say kill the future. That's
You
all.
just
Because
embody-
John Connor cannot be allowed.
No, you cannot be allowed to continue.
Yes.
You just embodied my love.
Or drinking old fashioned,
All
like
right.
that's going on.
Not that.
All right, so we
never an
got
old
5,
fashioned.
we got 4. What is 3?
Yes.
Yeah. So number 3 was the shrimp tostada from Mexico. That was
Now we're
really
talking.
good.
Solid. Yeah.
It is tempura battered shrimp atop a fried corn tortilla with guacamole, cabbage, chipotle aioli, diced mango, and a chili lime powder.
Mexico,
Now-
stop. You hurt me.
It was
That
great.
sounds so
it was
freaking
really, really
good.
good.
I am hungry.
I am all about that.
Yeah. That's how
Number 2, I lumped these two things together, but I think they go together. And they are 2 of the hot dogs from the America Pavilion. And
Oh yeah.
I was one of the lone cheerleaders in our podcast episode for the hot dogs,
I
and they
remember
did
that.
not disappoint me. They came through.
I like good hot
I
dog.
remember that one.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes, I got the New York style all beef hot dog with
Excellent.
sauerkraut, onion, tomato sauce, and spicy mustard on a brioche bun.
That
It
sounds
was
good.
excellent. And then we also had the Chicago style, which was an all beef hot dog with tomato, dill pickle, pickled sport pepper, diced onions, yellow mustard, and a Chicago green relish on a poppy seed bun. And that was my favorite of the
I was
two.
going to say
Pepper.
that sounds the best.
I'd say it's got peppers.
They were both great. I want the America Pavilion to do hot dogs all the time. They should be
Oh.
doing regional hot dogs and beer all the time.
They didn't have like gourmet burgers and hot dogs.
Those hot dogs were really good and they were a good size and they were $6 each. And so that was really reasonable.
Ain't
And
bad.
we got a nice like Pilsner beer with them and it was great.
That sounds delicious.
That's hardy.
I'm good with that.
That's hardy.
Yeah.
I could get behind that.
I can get behind
So that leads
as
us to number 1.
well. Number
then, right?
1.
Number 1 is something I never would have guessed was going to be my number 1, but it was really, really awesome. And we all tried it. We all loved it. It is the autumn chili with bison, lamb, pork belly, root vegetables, jalapeno cornbread, smoked cheddar, and creme fraiche, which is like a sour cream on
Yeah.
top. It was called Forest and Field.
Well, that's a cool name.
Oh,
That's the
was
name of the
kinda neat.
booth.
I think that. That sounds
Yeah.
good. Was it good?
Bison.
Yeah, so it was good.
You can't
It
go
was
wrong.
so good. Yeah. This chili was like unique and delicious. And yeah, it was awesome. I mean, listen, if I went to the Food and Wine Festival in August, I probably would have not liked this, but because I was there in November, it was great. It was so good.
That sounds awesome.
That
Wow.
chili
It was really
has
good.
been off the
That's
mark.
something I don't think I would ever order because I was like, there's too much going on. But to hear that that's good, that's a great
sounds-
Well,
recommendation.
bison, when you put bison in something like
But
that.
pork belly for me is what.
Yeah, but it's not
it's
just bison. It's
harlot.
bison and lamb. It's like this weird, freakish.
soft combination.
Right.
that
Like a bison made
explodes
love to a
taste.
lamb, and there you go.
No,
Exactly.
Lamb, yeah, no, that they
like
had
furiously, and then like involved a pig.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a
I would
three-way.
think there would be too much going on, but to
crazy.
hear that it's good, that's great.
I heard that. I was
I
like,
love
holy
pork belly.
crap.
Yeah.
Holy
That
crap.
sounds good.
Some of the meat was ground and some of it was like, more of like a
Chunky,
chunk.
yeah.
Ooh, we,
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
a good chili. We don't make chili in New Orleans
No,
or
I don't
Louisiana.
know.
That's not our thing, but
No.
chili is good.
Yeah.
Now, I did put that on some cauliflower. I might try the cauliflower, did
Oh,
No
different.
cauliflower in there, but other stuff. But yeah, so that was Food and Wine, and that was pretty much the night. We had plans, big plans, to go to Jelly Rolls because I have heard rumors that Jelly Rolls is closing.
Yes, I've heard the same thing.
Oh, boy.
They're supposed to replace it with
Why?
something else.
With what?
I don't know.
You
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, I heard it with Jim and Len, and they were talking about how it was going to get replaced with something else once
Yeah.
the thing down the way opens up.
The what?
The cake bake.
The cake bake.
The
Oh,
yeah.
cake-
cake bake.
Yes.
Oh, I get it. Cake bake gonna jack the price up so high people gonna run to other stores.
I think
I got it.
so.
That's
Yeah.
smart. That's smart. That's spreading out the crowd. That's crowd control. All right.
I think they're talking about a jazz club. I don't know. It sounds like they're making the boardwalk fancy.
Ooh, fancy.
I like that.
Cake bake fancy. But I really love Jelly Rolls, and so I'm going to be sad if it goes away.
Well,
Because the
Rachel,
dueling piano bar
You
is
just
awesome.
come down here to Pat
I'm about
O'Brien's.
to say,
and you'll
or
be
you can
fine.
go to Universal Studios, and they got Pat O'Brien's there too. They got the dual
Yeah.
piano bar.
Yeah, there's other places,
There's
but
other places.
anyway, so we were going to go to Jelly Rolls, and we did walk all the way over there. And as we were sitting down on the boardwalk, just like looking at the lake, I had an epiphany that I was really tired.
Were you sitting on a rock?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, like,
Yeah.
I was really drunk.
Oh man,
Nope,
I'm
just
full.
really tired. I wasn't drunk actually at all, but I was
I hear
very
that.
tired.
a
The
big day.
weekend prior, I had been at Taylor Swift till the wee hours of the morning, and then I had a flight home at 7 a.m. And then we had been to Jollywood the night before. Like, it's just been a couple of weeks of me not getting quite a lot of sleep, and I'm rapidly approaching my middle age here, and so I like need sleep.
Welcome
Hey.
to hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say you getting it in. You getting it in, my friend.
I was
don't
gonna say,
blame
like,
you.
when fun hurts, welcome to hell.
Yeah.
I was going
Yeah.
to say bienvenue.
Yeah.
As we say
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
Louisiana.
So I sat there looking at the lake, and I was like, you know what? I do not want to stay out tonight. I
It's
really want
10:30.
to go back and go to bed, and I'm bummed about it because I like these people and I like Jelly Rolls and I'm in Disney World, but my body is all done. I was full and I was tired, and so we walked from the boardwalk back to the Skyliner. It was the one time we rode the Skyliner the whole trip. You know what? Actually, to give Josh a shout out, in the Skyliner, he turned to me and he said, "You know what, Rachel? We're going to go back to the room and we can put on Sunday Night Football." And I was like, oh my God, that's going to feel so good to lay down in bed and watch Sunday Night Football. And so we got back to the room and he put on Sunday Night Football, and I watched Jared Goff get a single first down in that game. And then I fell asleep.
I thought you were going to say it, and I watched my team kick whoever you were playing that week.
No, I've lost the last 2 weeks. We don't need to talk about fantasy. Things are not going well for me the last 2 weeks. And Kevin beat me last week by 2.5 points.
Mister, I picked my team by the name. of the
Yeah,
play-
Kevin beat me. And it was a heartbreaker, y'all. You're going to get me started here. But no, that's pretty much
That's
it.
it.
So I
That's
fell
it. Oh,
asleep.
okay.
Jared Goff got one first down. And then we had to wake up at 5 a.m. to bring our friends back to the airport for their flight.
Okay.
And our flight was only an hour later. So we got up, we drove them to the airport. We got coffee after we dropped them off. And guys, I don't know why people don't do this. You can mobile order Starbucks at the airport.
Oh, wow.
And
Oh.
every single time I'm at an airport now, and this has been years, this is not new. Every single time I'm at the airport, there is a line of people waiting for their Starbucks coffee that is, I mean, it could be an hour long.
Oh, it's
that
long.
line is
Yeah.
ridiculous. in
It's
the morning.
ridiculous.
And
Yes.
I just walk right up to the counter and grab my coffee cup and walk away. And every time people look at me like, what kind of magic does that woman have?
And you say, travel agent.
Well, but it's just mobile order. Like, don't you people mobile order at home? Like, Starbucks mobile order is like a normal thing. I don't know why people don't think you can do it in the airport, but they have signs. Like, there's signs up. I don't know.
Some people are afraid of technology. And
That's
I'm
right.
sure some
Maybe
of
that's
those,
it. I don't know. But every time I look over and I just think, like, guys, there's no secret here.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it was wonderment. The faces that you would see was probably a lot of scowls. Like,
yeah, there's some
it's very
scowls in
ugly,
there.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
She took my
cheating in the
vintage.
system.
Yeah.
We
Very
just
bad.
like we knew we were going to a terminal, and so when we're on the like monorail in the airport, I'm just like doing my coffee order. Boom, send, and then by the time we walk over there, my coffee's done.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good
man.
planning. That's
Oh, I
very
love
good
it.
planning.
That's a tip for the ages right there.
Dude, I
Yes.
was just super jealous off of the point where Josh turned to his wife and said, "Hey, you want to go back to the room and watch football?" And she was like, "Yes."
No kidding.
That has never worked on my wife.
mine either. Well,
Yeah, but your wife is not the defending fantasy football champion.
but
That
his
is true.
but his wife also beat him. So if I was him, like, yeah, well, I'm not.
So that's it. That's the truth.
Awesome.
Yes.
That trip sounds delicious. I love
That
it.
sounds
does.
wonderful.
Delicious is
I know.
a great word.
It was a nice weekend. It sounds, I feel like I complained a little bit, but I don't mean it that way. We had a really great time. And a lot of the things that, we ran into were kind of like minor inconveniences and
Sure.
they just made for good stories. So
Yeah, but
some-
this is the podcast in which
Yeah.
you can tell your honest
Well,
opinions. on
not
stuff.
only that, I mean, I hate it when people try to present this overly positive view of Disney.
Thank you.
And then normal people come here and say, yeah, this part sucked, but this is where the good stuff was. Because I think that is more representative of what the average
The actual
visitor
vacation
goes
will
through.
go through. Yeah.
and it comes across as being way more honest
And
as
authentic.
to, you got to present the good with the bad. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a reason we keep going back.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
when she ran into the cast member that acted like she picked the wrong holiday, I was just like, good thing I
That's
wasn't having
funny,
old fashions
actually,
that day. I was like, come here, I need to talk to you.
Oh, I felt for her in the old
I
fashioned.
absolutely did.
front, yeah.
That's a legit complaint.
Yes.
That is totally on.
No,
I'm
that's
still
fair.
upset about that fruitcake one. I really want to have it.
Well, one of these days you will.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
good.
And the frozen one too. Actually, both of them. I really want both of them. I will check them out.
But it is
Eventually.
ridiculous because for any cast member to look around and say, I'm sorry, holiday season has not begun yet, while there is
Look, you did your face.
holiday parties
Yeah.
and
yeah, you can book all
the
decorations
parties,
and-
yeah.
I would have,
Yeah.
you know, when she said she went to Main Street and then they had all those people there for the parade, I would have took a picture of that, went back to
Yeah,
that
sent
cast
it to
member
her.
and been like, what holiday you think this is? I want my drink. Like, what's wrong with you?
Elton John's playing with a Christmas tree.
That's
Like,
right.
what are we doing here?
And like where you work at? There's snow out here. Elton John singing songs.
I'm
Wrong with
sorry,
you,
man.
lady?
That's Kwanzaa.
Well, y'all, we hoped you enjoyed that discussion about the rest of Rachel's trip, food and wine, and all that kind of stuff, and the missing old fashions, but whatever. Look, if you want to learn more about us, magicourway.com is the way to go. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, if you want to get in touch with us to share your opinions on anything we've talked about, you can do so through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or text us or leave a voicemail at 1-815-MO-WEEKEND. That is 1-815-
Mo Weekend.
669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of people who do things outside of the podcast. First of all, we got Eli does things with comics. Eli, what's up?
Yes, sir. When you guys are out there on the internet, always feel free to visit www.ivorycomics.com. You can see all the work that I've done out there. 48 pages, fully colored. The only ad form is for this podcast. Those works include Project Geisha, Savages, and About to Be Damned. Also on the website, there's blogs and interviews, and of course, a link to the Magic Our Way podcast. So you never miss a beat. You never miss an episode. You never miss how terrible a cast member is because they don't even know what holiday it's supposed to be. So as always, I appreciate the support. www.ivorycomics.com. Out there,
I like how you're sticking in there with that www stuff.
you never know.
You're
Look,
not letting that go.
I'm not because
www.
I'm in a field where sometimes people forget certain things because there's
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a technical thing.
That's
It's
because the
stuck in my head.
browsers do it for you. Yeah,
It's in my head. It's
Yeah.
just there. I can't do nothing about it. Also, what I can't do nothing about is social media. Can't do nothing about that. Facebook.com, Eli H. Ivory is where you'll find me there. As long as you're a real person, I would love to meet you. What I really would like to do something about these bots, because I do not need to greet you. Bot called me, offered me a job in Alaska trying to work a pipeline underneath the world. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done, bot. So, yes, Eli H. Ivory is where you'll find me there. Also on Facebook, you can find the Project Geisha fan page. So Facebook.com/Project Geisha. eIvory504 is also where you'll find me on Instagram. I'm there posting up the hearts and the likes and seeing what you got. Loving it all. Of course, on X, you can find me on Hancock10166. So, yes, if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book a vacation with Rachel, who is part of Wishful Wanderings Travel, which is a Disney earmarked and a Universal preferred travel agency, you can do it. Rachel, how did you do this?
Yes, I would be honored to help your group book any kind of trip you'd like. It might be to Food and Wine next year, since it's almost over now, or any of the food festivals throughout the year. You could go to Universal's Epic Universe. I can help you get there. We do Disney Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, major hotel brands around the world. Really, anywhere you want to travel, I can help you book it, and it's at no extra cost to you. I can help as much or as little as you like. And the best part about booking a trip with me is, as long as you let me know that you're a part of this podcast and you're a listener, and you email me or text me or call, a little piece of what you book for your trip will come back to this podcast. And so the best way to reach out to me is probably email. My email address is Rachel, RACHEL @magicourway.com. You can also find me on social media. I'm at Our Family Magic on social media. That's the letter R in the words Family Magic all together. And I do have a phone number as well. The phone number is 978-432-WISH, WISH. And those are all really good ways to contact me. I take text messages on that number too. So whatever's easiest for you, please reach out. And I am so excited to help you book your next trip.
So look, if you want to access all the info we just mentioned, go to magicourway.com/about us. Also, if you want to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast, go to patreon.com/magicourway. And another option to support us, and it only costs a minute or so of your time, is to leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and wherever you access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Kwaharini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
All right. Nachos are on plates.
And you are. Bye!